Good morning, everyone. Happy weekday daily card reading. I'm Jeanette Byro. I'm a medium and a channeler, and I'm excited to dive in and I guess have a jumper already, which is very cool. We're going to get to that in a minute. Whew, the energies feel wobbly today. I don't know if you can tell, and I don't know, maybe you're feeling it too, but they feel extra wobbly. But you know what? That wobbliness tells me that we're in this energy of movement again, of things picking up again, things happening, kind of like this. And within that, what my guides are saying right now, too, and they're just really jumping to it, is when you are aligned with self, you are protected within the movement, so you don't need to fear it. And I think, to be honest, that's one of the biggest things that we're going to be learning stepping into the fall time is we're going to see an increase in fear narratives. But what we need to do is detach from those fear narratives, stand in our energy of truth, and then we'll know we are protected as we move forward through those shifting things. And when I say protected, what that means is that we can feel safe within ourselves. No matter what's going on, we can find that place of safety so we don't have to sit in fear or react in fear or all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I want to start with. Okay, let's dive into what the rest of the cards are going to say here. Hold on. I'm going to do one more shuffle. Again, I'm using the Kyle Gray Angels and Ancestors deck today. So let's see what we have. Yeah, right there. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And the reason why I said yeah is because, again, protection guardian. Remember, I talked about this one before, which is in this deck. This is the feminine expression of what is considered Archangel Michael. So this is a real divine feminine protection. So this is a protection, not outward strength and sturdiness of, pushing against something, but rather a inward knowing, a divine feminine knowing of safety, of protection, knowing that you are protected within self because you are your sovereign being. So this is a beautiful reminder. Now, the card that jumped out before that I really like is the Sage card. And this says, be devoted and committed. And this is really like being devoted and committed to your sense of self, knowing thyself. When we make that our priority, and that doesn't mean that we're self-centered in the way in which people use that term. It just means that we're willing to honor the self in order to then be the best version to help others, to facilitate others, but that we're not taking from our cup. We're allowing our cup to runneth over and then help others. So be devoted and committed to knowing yourself. And if that means deepening your connection to spirit, deepening your spiritual practice, all that kind of stuff, that's fantastic. For some, they may find that that devotion really comes in the form of what they put in their body, what foods they eat, and that becomes the sacred practice. For others, it could be really working on their mental health. Again, there's so many ways that this can be done, and you could be doing many of them. It's not just one way, but it's really about being that sage within, allowing that sage within to come out and be present in your everyday. And then I love that this Stag card comes out because, again, here's this trust theme that we had just yesterday about trust the things that are happening. And so this one says trust and thrive. And the stag is often a symbolism of the divine sense of self. Again, this knowing thyself, standing proud in who you are, that superhero pose, all of those things. Trust and thrive in who you've become and continue devoting yourself to who you're becoming, who you're going to continue to evolve into, which is always based on conscious choice. And then one of the keys on how to make this happen, how do we best support this energy, this sort of thing, is this Earth Guardian card. And it just doesn't get better than this to me. Stay rooted and grounded is what this card says. Connect in to Mother Earth. Mother Earth, Gaia, our planet, has such an energy. It is an energy that is alive and embodied as a planet. It's so much greater than we realize. And when we connect into those energies, we're connecting into this massive force of consciousness. Remember that Earth is already sitting in a 5D consciousness. It's humans that are needing to catch up. So Earth is sitting at 5D consciousness, and the cosmos or the higher realms are bringing down this 5D consciousness, and humanity is the one, like the Oreo cookie in the middle, excuse me, that kind of cream filling layer is where 3D consciousness is. And so it's like, where do you want to be? What feels better to you to connect into the frequencies of 5D, either above or below, but ideally both? And when you anchor into that and you root and ground into that, you then can hold that frequency for more people around you to step up into that higher frequency as well, that higher level of consciousness, higher level of thought. And that higher level of thought is like, is thinking in a energy of compassion. Now, when we have compassion, that doesn't mean that we just let everything go and we're like, oh, no problem, no big deal. It means we can try our best to see why somebody or a community or an organization is doing something. What is their perspective? What is their why? Why does it matter to them? You don't have to agree with it, but you can see why they're doing it from a lens of compassion. But then you can also take that understanding of walking in their shoes and then choose what you're going to do about it. Do you agree with it? Do you not? But you understand where they're coming from, and then you can consciously choose how you want to react to what that is. And we can do that in so many different ways, even with our children and how we interact with our children. If they're having a temper tantrum, instead of just being like, I can't do this, I don't have time, it's like, wait a minute. Why are they feeling this way? What is that energy within them? How, like, what angle are they coming from? They're hungry. They're so hungry. Okay, I know how to rectify this situation now. I need to feed them, right? Simple explanation, but we can, when we start to move through that lens of compassion, which really is a 5D thing, things can change. And it's amazing. And more people are stepping up to that. So again, long rant on, not a rant, passion. I'm going to call that passion and purpose. But really speaking to these cards today of feeling protected, being protected in your own energy, standing in that wise sage energy of knowing yourself, holding your truth and grounding into Mother Earth. That's what we need to do for today. So I'll leave that with you guys. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow to see how we're going to round up the weekend. As always, please do check out avalonspirit.com. And I also want to say too, just a heads up, I know I mentioned it the other day, but there is somebody on Instagram who has created a fake Jeanette Biro account. The fake one is Jeanette Biro _medium. That one is fake. My real and only account, which is written on there now, JeanetteBiro.medium. That one is actually me. So please don't get scammed by the other one. If you do come across it, they do message you, please report it, and that will help Instagram actually take it off. So yes, I think that's about it. Okay, you guys have a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow.